Round 7 of the FIM MX1 MX2 World Motocross Championship came to Great Britain and Mallory Park, and Marvin Musquin was on pole on the KTM. He got off to a flying start as well, and the red plate number 25 took the whole shot here in the opening moto. And before you know it, he was about 15 seconds clear of the opposition. Gauthier Paulin was having to fight through traffic and try and keep the championship leader in his sights. Stephen Frossard was also having a great ride as well, and the two were battling for second and third. At this stage, Gauthier Paulin was in second. Frossard, the 183 CLS Kawasaki, was in third. Then Gauthier Paulin, the previous championship leader, made a mistake, and that handed second to Frossard. Davide Guarneri was fourth, but it was a win for Marvin Musquin, first time out on the KTM. MX1 Race 1, Michael Pichon, back from 3 years in the wilderness, making a return for the Martin Honda team. He didn't make a great start initially, but he held a tight line around the inside, but it was the number 5 on the Red Bull Factory KTM, Max Nagel, who got into a good lead. David Philipparts was second, Clement de Sal third, and Pichon was sitting there in fourth place in the early stages. As Nagel disappeared up front, David Philipparts was coming under close scrutiny from the 25 of Clement de Sal. And it looked like he was going to make a move on several occasions on the Italian reigning world champion. Pichon was sitting there in fourth position. Barragan was down and around about fifth at that time. Brad Anderson on the PAR Honda, the Brit, was also inside the top 10 and having a great ride. Then Max Nagel, after he'd made a mistake and lost the lead to Philipparts, made this mistake in the closing stages and would drop to fourth. David Philipparts, so took the checkered flag for his first win of the year. Race 2 MX2 wasn't a good jump for the number 25 Race 1 winner Marvin Musquin, but he held a tight line again around the inside, but it was Rui Gonçalves on the Red Bull KTM who moved into the lead. Stephen Sword on the UK Red Bull KTM machine, the Brit, was in second, but before you know it, Marvin Musquin was up from 7th and challenging for second position. A couple of laps later, he was moving aside. Stephen Frossard challenging for third place. Eventually he went through, but Frossard fought back, and Marvin Musquin had one or two scary moments trying to get back into that position. Eventually Musquin challenged Gonçalves for the lead. But once again, Gonçalves, he also fought back. But it was a win in the overall Grand Prix to Musquin on the KTM. Race 2, MX1. And a great start again for Max Nagel, but he drifted all the way out to the green catch fencing on the left-hand side. Didn't look like he was going to make the whole shot, and indeed Philipparts it was who grabbed the lead. But it lasted about 3/4 of a lap before Max Nagel found a way back through. Clement de Sal was up into third until he made this mistake on the LS Motors Honda. He picked himself back up in 6th, but then passed Billy McKenzie in the closing stages for third place. Michael Pichon was having another good ride and would eventually finish in 7th place. Josh Coppins found a way past Billy McKenzie, but up front, Max Nagel was leading from David Philipparts, who would go on to win the Grand Prix. Clement de Sal was third, but it was Max Nagel's first win of the year.